RPM Trey Vietnam in this bitch. What's really going on? Hold on, let me get out. Y'all got shit fucked up out here. Trying to get out this parking spot in my bus here. This big ass ladder and shit. Yeah, what up? What up? Trey Vietnam in this bitch. Y'all know how this shit go. That woo bang shit. Y'all know how that shit is. It's all about that gun shit. Gun ownership is a natural right. You shouldn't have to ask no permission from nobody about none of that shit. What up, Rick James? What up, Crack Their Code? That's that Gematria fam right there. Yeah, buddy. That's serious shit. That Gematria shit. That shit crazy. It's a beautiful thing to discover that shit. I be trying to tell motherfuckers. When I try and tell motherfuckers, what up, Ghost? When I be trying to tell motherfuckers about Gematria, I be wanting people to understand that Gematria is so serious and it's so amazing to watch that shit work that if I did not know about Gematria my whole life and then on my deathbed somebody tried to explain it to me, I would be very disappointed that I didn't hear that sooner. That I didn't get an opportunity to examine the shit sooner. Gematria is some serious shit, man. And if you don't understand Gematria, you got to check it out. The English language in its inception was coded alongside of the Gregorian calendar that we go by right now. Because the world didn't always operate on that calendar. The world didn't always operate on the heliocentric model, and the world didn't always operate with the form of English that we have right now. But all three of those things came from the same source in the same century by the same group of fucking people, and it's all based on deception and hypnosis upon the world for them to gain control of it, and it fucking worked. And I gotta say, some people in the Gematria community don't address this, and I'm not saying that there's any credit to the idea that the earth is flat, but what I do know is that we got the heliocentric model from the same motherfuckers who we said do absolutely nothing but deceive the planet for total domination. So in regards of that, logically, all I can say is, why the fuck are we accepting their heliocentric model when they needed that to go along the calendar in the English language, so they can do something, because all three of those things are actually related. You cannot flex the calendar in the way that you do unless there is some control over, even if it's only in a perception of where the planets are, where we are, and why this shit appears to move the way it does. That's the only way they can hijack that the Earth's model, by placing the heliocentric model over top of whatever the fuck else motherfuckers had going on. I don't know how to see that as being honest and truthful, while the rest of the supporting shit is all of the deception, but there is no more deception no place else. I'm just logically trying to think this shit out. So just based off of that, I gotta look at whatever these flat earthers are saying, and I don't want that surface level bullshit that flat earthers do. I don't want none of that. All of that shit, like how they can prove that the earth is flat by these little scientific studies and experiments and shit like that. I get all of that. I don't care about all that. Admiral Byrd and other supposedly trustworthy sources are saying some very crazy stuff about what the fuck they discovered on their journeys. I've heard stories about Magellan, Sinbad, and all these other sailors, these famous sailors in these mythical-like stories. And some people have some very credible things to say about that stuff, and that's what I'm interested in. Because what I will not do is count all of that shit out when I know that I don't even know what it is that I'm counting out. While I totally agree to the calendar and the English language being contrived, ritualistic tools of enslavement, and at the same time give credit to the heliocentric model as if that was legit, that has no fucking pivot in deception whatsoever, and then all of that shit is good to go. I won't do that shit. Sorry, won't do that shit. I am suspicious of every single thing they do, including that heliocentric model, and I have to not stop at the fact that I think that it sounds weird that the earth is flat. I don't care that it sounds weird to me. It sounds weird as fuck to me. I can't wrap my mind around it. But what I won't do is give an ounce of credit to the motherfucking Jesuits about nothing that they gave us. Fuck everything they ever put their hands on. That seems like a safe bet. Now, if the fucking flat earth shit is fucking stupid, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out if it's absolutely stupid. But I'm gonna fucking look though. I wanna know everything that they got to say about all of their flat earth bullshit. I wanna hear it all. I wanna know why some people who I found people who are flat earthers that sound kind of crazy with the flat earth shit, and then they sound super smart about other stuff. And I'm going, okay, so you're not an idiot. Why the fuck do you believe this shit? Why? I want to know, and I want to know it all. I want to hear the best of what any flat earther has to say about everything, so I can call it stupid or give it some credit. But I want to do one or the other, because that's one of those things that I don't talk about much, because I don't know. I don't know. I don't talk about abortion, because I don't know how I feel about it. I cannot lock in. That's why I never rant, rave, or talk shit about abortion. I don't know, so I don't talk about it. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to say. So I'll let that shit go. But the topic for this video right now, what it needs to be, what it's finna be, is about the ATF and they bullshit. I realize that I do a whole lot of ranting, and sometimes I don't explain their side of the story enough so people can see exactly where it is, where they're coming from. What the ATF is doing is give them some kind of power to move and shape policies or perspectives on gun laws that are already written by Congress, so that the ATF has a little bit of leeway in interpretation of those laws, so that they can bend it to their favor if they believe that the ambiguous laws that Congress may have passed needs to be perceived in a particular way, so that they will be more effective in their intent in the first place to protect us against ourselves and our guns. This is what they try to say. It's called Chevron deference. And right now, Chevron deference is in trouble, not because of the ATF per se, not because of their gun shit per se, but mostly, excuse me, I got food on my face, but mostly about some fishing regulations. The Congress is just like, hey, yo, y'all can't do this. It's something weird about people having to hire a third party to help them tally and weigh whatever kind of fish they caught and how much it weighed and all this other type of shit. It's something weird like that. Some little simple petty shit that seems petty in comparison to the gun shit, but in reality, it's just as relevant as everything else. Because what this is really showing people is that the government really claims to own everything. And then we need to step in to ask to borrow or to buy off of or to gain temporary ownership of. They do this with your own kids with the birth certificate and all this other shit. They really claim ownership of your shit. If you got a license on something, what you are basically saying is that you are asking for permission to do something or to obtain something that's actually illegal. That's what the Black's Laws Dictionary says about licenses. So when you get a license, what you're admitting is you are getting a privilege, not a right, but a privilege to indulge in something that is illegal, that the government is willing to cut you some slack on by giving you permission when they don't really have to, and maybe they shouldn't. This is the way they perceive all of your shit, according to the Black's Law Dictionary. This is why I be telling y'all got to be wise to what the fuck it is that you're really saying and doing when you do this shit. When you honor a Second Amendment and you give that shit credit, what you're saying is that it is amendable and debatable about your fucking natural rights, and you're willing to try to sustain your position or obtain a position of privilege, not of a right, so that you can do things that you gotta ask their permission first. You're acknowledging that you should ask them first, and that it's debatable. That's why I be telling y'all, stop rocking with that shit. This is a no-brainer. Once I say it to you, and it sounds right, and it looks right when you look at the fucking world to say, is the world treating me as if my rights are actually privileges to which I need to ask permission for in an arena of debate to which I could lose the debate on the chin like a man, with no revolting, no fighting, no nothing. This is what they expect from you because of the arena that you put your shit in. That is your fault for letting them do that shit, goofy. Y'all some fucking goofies, bruh. Don't talk to me about no Second Amendment no more. I am not a 2A supporter. I've never been. Please stop saying that about what it is that I do. That's not what I do, bruh. I'm telling them to throw that shit out because the magic paper cannot change the natural shit that I'm standing on. And if they don't believe me, tell them to try that shit. Throw it the fuck out. I hate that it's there, bro. Because y'all making it debatable. Y'all making it seem like there's something to talk about, and there's nothing to talk about. It's not a debate. Y'all would just get fucked up for fucking with it. The fucking Constitution is a checklist to let you know when these things start happening, you need to expect a fight, to which you need to act defensively in. And you are always in the right, so don't be scared when it's time to go. When it's time to go, you better go. Because when it's time to go, they not stopping. Not out of being wrong, not out of you voting, not out of you calling them out, not out of none of that shit. Stop playing. Y'all sitting here playing, trying to be way too nice, and that's what's wrong with the world. The evil is always willing to use violence to get what they want, and all the good people want to be so good that they hesitate, stutter stepping, to fucking fight for what it is that they want because they don't want to be the fighter. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. For the good, I will fight the fuck out of whoever wants to smoke. The fuck is y'all talking about? I don't care who it is. I don't care what they call themselves. I know what their game plan is to fight us and beat us into submission. So because of that, I say, fuck you, in your face with the whole fucking magazine, die hard, no one cares about none of your shit, we will fuck y'all up. And we need that type of energy, period. I be trying to be mean, bro. I be trying to be rough so that they know I'm not fucking playing. I want them to know that I see them and what I say is nothing compared to what it is that they say. Because they got this grandiose idea that the magic paper and all of these buildings and magnificent feats of achievement in their architecture and their establishment of all of these different places like DC, Rome, London, they believe all of these fucking things are marvelous signs that the divine has granted them the power and dominion over the world, and thus they stack all of this magical paper to try to convince me that I need to allow them to do that without fighting. When I say a few fucking words on a YouTube video live stream that nobody sees, man, that is nothing compared to what it is that they have done. Look at how magnificent it is what they've done. How they crown themselves with what it is that they have done. Ridiculousness for anybody inside or outside of their game to say two fucking words to me because I talk a little tough on a YouTube video. Shut the fuck up with your pussy ass. The fuck out of here. No one cares about none of that baby shit. I don't care about none of that baby ass shit. I will not yield on how I talk and how I feel about none of this shit. The fuck out of here. If you start the fight, I hope you die for that shit. And that's anybody, including me. I am not above none of the shit that I ever say to y'all. The police will say some shit to you and believe that they are above the law. Your government will do and say and write shit on the magical paper and then place themselves above the law. Not only am I only talking about defense, I'm actually saying that the principles behind what it is that I'm saying, I cannot escape them. My kids cannot escape them. If they start a fight, something gonna happen to them. I don't care how much it breaks my heart. What's gonna break my heart is that I wish that they would not have done something to deserve that. My job is to guide them to a perspective on life where they happily, easily, and proudly avoid deserving any bullshit. That way, any bullshit comes to their life, they can say, I don't deserve none of this. So when I fight back, no one say a fucking word to me, okay? Because I've done nothing to deserve this bullshit. My kids need to understand that and walk through life in that way. And once they can secure that, they can proudly walk around with their chest out being like, don't fuck with me. Because I'm out here saying loud and proudly that I don't fuck with nobody. That I don't see any reason, any illusion that I can hide behind, or no force that I can apply to nobody with my gun. I don't see none of that shit. There's no reason for me to act like your fucking boss. And I mean that shit from the bottom of my heart. Now, please leave me alone, because everything you're going to get from me will be defensive, and I will proudly defend myself. Man, I don't, well, why me with your bullshit? Don't do me. Take that shit elsewhere. My kids are going to be able to rock that. They are going to be able to live their lives like that. Yeah, right, the Matrix in this motherfucker, as usual. It's just my usual suspects. My usual suspects in the comments. I'm missing a few of my usuals, but they probably watching, or they'll get to it later. Shout out to Angel. Shout out to Quinn. Quinn, you a little crazy. You a little out there. You're a little out there. Because Quinn, this for you. I totally understand where you're coming from and how passionate you are, and your life story is crazy. You told me enough about your life that I feel bad for you, and whenever I look at a cop, I see the potential for any of these police officers to be what police officers have been to you in your life, and it enrages me, and I feel sorry for you, and all of that shit is crazy what happened to you. But in your communication, Quinn, sometimes I have no idea what it is that you're talking about. Sometimes you're so poetic and so everywhere that I have no idea where to place any kind of emotional attachment or camaraderie to what it is that you're saying. You gotta be way clear than what you be. Like, sometimes I have no idea what you're saying or what you're talking about. But I know that you mean well. And every now and then, when I can't piece it together what it is that you're talking about, because I know that syntax, I know you like that shit. And maybe that's where I get lost in it. But when I can't understand what you're saying, it's always love and respect to you. But you are too abstract and poetic sometimes, and I don't know what it is that you're saying or how to respond to what you're saying. But I got to get in here to work once again. I'm late. It's 10 after 8. I'm up. I don't know, man. Hey, I love talking to y'all and doing this, man. And this is where my heart is at. But I got to go in here and run my 9 to 5 so I can get the money to buy the guns, to do the open carry demos. We're going to be doing some traveling this season. We got to get that cracking. I would love to get some funding, but in all honesty, if I never rise to a high level of subscribers and financial support and eyes on me to pump me up to get me to do this shit, I'm happy where I'm at with it. I don't give a fuck if all I get is 150 views on the video. I get out here and do my open carry demonstrations and do all my traveling and buying all my shit and taking care of my shit with my 9 to 5 and no financial support. I'm still going to do this, because none of that is going to make me stop doing this because I can't get it like that. I'm just going to run that shit. I'm just going to walk my shit. So, salute to y'all. Woo bang, get a fucking gun. I've heard some other things that I'm going to do some more edited videos on in the next day or two. I need to get my ass together and do my shit. I got videos on standby that just need a little tweaking so I can upload them, so I need to do that. But June 1st to June 31st is going to be a window of opportunity for them to do something with the monetary system and all of this shit that's going on that we need to pay attention to. And I've been finding some information when I do some more research so I can more thoroughly describe to you what it is that we need to be worried about or looking out for. Then I'll get back to you on that. But until then, May 1st went past without a hitch. I don't know what the ATF is doing, but they better chill out. I think Congress has put a little bit of a hold on them to make them slow down and hold on for a second. And I think they're actually trying to strip them of their powers, including getting rid of this ambiguity behind Chevron deference that makes them think that they can interpret these laws how they think they need to in order to get it right. But what's going on is that they're trying to use that to hide behind Chevron deference so that they can say, we'll create a whole new rule with a whole new set of fucking punishment for people. And they went, yo, too far. Not like that. Chevron deference is not for y'all to do that. Y'all bugging. That's what y'all trying to do? Y'all bugging. So, woo bang, get a gun, man. Keep your eyes on the world, because it's dangerous. The people make it dangerous. Reality is just dangerous. Wildlife, diseases, accidents, tons of other things in the world are already trying to kill you way before another human being threatens your fucking life. It's just dangerous, man. Like, just face that shit. Just face it, yo. You could die any minute over the dumbest shit. Stop playing with your fucking life and get a gun. And some awareness. Situational awareness. Awareness of the fucking gun laws. Awareness of the real gun crime statistics. Because people not out here just smoking everybody. They make you think that it's a fucking wild, wild west nationwide. No, it's not. But shit be happening. And I don't care how rare it is. You want to be 1 in a million to get fucked up in a violent event that you are unprepared for? I don't give a fuck how rare it is. When the lightning cracking above your head, I don't care how rare it is for you to get struck by lightning. It crosses your mind that you might win a shitty lottery, being 1 in a million, getting your ass hit by the lightning. No one is completely comfortable with lightning and being struck by lightning just because it's statistically almost impossible for it to happen to you. That's not going to make you comfortable. You still get that up your back. When that shit crack and it's a little closer than you think, you go, oh shit, today's the day. You can't be comfortable with it. Be like that with a gun. Get a gun and then chill. Sometimes I forget my gun is on me. Sometimes I don't got it and I think I do. You got to just get it, get in tune, keep your situational awareness up, and then bring yourself to the highest level of chill that you can. When I'm in public with my gun, I be the most, I'm already a polite person to people's faces. Anyway. When I'm carrying my gun, I definitely want to be polite. Because I want everybody to say that the guy with the fucking gun was the nicest guy in the fucking room right now. And I'm just naturally like that anyway. But I want to encourage people who got a good heart to say carrying a gun and having a good heart, that shit go together like peanut butter and jelly. Like, it's the only way to fucking own a gun, is if you have a good heart. Because if you own a gun and you don't have a good heart, I don't care if you're a felon or not. I don't care what they write on paper. I'm expecting for you not to listen to it. Or you could be the fucking good guy with the gun who's waiting to do something stupid because your life went downhill. Your life took a turn for the worse at some point. There's no telling what's going on. The world is just dangerous, period. The biggest threat to our fucking survival really is government. They get the tax money out of you through their fucking Ponzi scheme, with this fucking petrol dollar that's on its way down. All of the money is funny. Anyway, all of it is. But when they put a central bank behind it, then it has very specific intentions when they do that. But they steal your money through taxation because it's theft, it's armed robbery, it's extortion, it is all of those things, depending on where they catch up to your ass at. And then they buy all the weapons. And then they do what they want with the weapons after you voted for the people to get in there to choose what they want to do with the weapons. But you can't choose or stop what it is that they do with the weapons. And then they tell you that you cannot have a barrel length that's this short and then also put something to stabilize. Shut up. Shut the fuck up talking to me. Every time they talk about that gun shit, dude, it go la 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 la. I don't even care, bro. I just want them to try real hard to do something about it so I can show them where the nature at. Real stupid, goofy ass is trying to play this fucking stupid game that nobody should fall for. How come we don't got 100 million Americans looking at DC being like, we will road trip to DC? Y'all better shut the fuck up. That's what we should do. You ain't got to do nothing. Just say it. All stand together. I sure wish I could. Ghost, I would send you. Ghost, it will be me and a bunch of fucking gun-loving Americans on a boat going wherever the fuck you are, bringing y'all a whole fucking crate of guns if we could, bro. And it should be like that on planet Earth. We should be free to exercise in a free enterprise and a free market nationwide, globally, man. The fact that people can regulate that is them trying to protect what it is that they got going on. There's no natural thing that says that we can't do that. They just believe that we are free to do that. They won't be able to get enough of a hold of the things that they want to hang on to control and dominate us. That's all it is. Nothing else. Nothing wholly is stopping us. It's all them in protection for their own shit. Where you from, Ghost? Where you from, Ghost? Best body armor is RMA, super light, same protection, half the weight. Hey, I think I done looked up RMA. I think I got their website window open in my browser with another 400 gun related fucking internet windows on my Explorer on my phone. Yo, RMA sound real familiar, and I'm gonna get that lightweight shit because it's gonna make my open carry demos way easier. Cause the vest be heavy, the gun be heavy, bruh. That shit be on my back. Wherever you live at, Ghost, man, I ain't never left the country before, but I will go there. I would probably have to be unarmed. That would be the case, but I would love to go. And maybe I'll get then I'll draw you a picture of a gun. I don't know. Maybe I'll bring a Nerf gun. I'll bring a Nerf gun to you, bro, wherever your country at. But yeah, I got to get my ass into work. I'm finna have to stay later today because of this, and I don't give a fuck. I'll make up the time, but when I get going, I like to just go, bro. I don't like to be interrupted by nothing. I feel like this is where my heart is, man. I just want to talk my shit. But woo bang, y'all get a gun, live your life. Fuck the government, fuck the police, fuck the mayor, fuck the, your governor, fuck all of them bitches. They all constitutional felons. They all breaking the law. Big laws that they claim to praise and honor, and they all deserve some very serious punishment because of what it is that they've done. And that's not even me wishing that. Their own law society says that this is what's supposed to happen. They can't be mad at me that I want them to live and die by their oath, because I believe that right in front of everybody they have violated that shit, and that we need not do nothing to them. I don't need to do shit to them. They're supposed to eat each other. So I'm not calling for nobody to do shit. I'm not trying to do shit. I'm expecting for them to eat each other. And they better fucking get to it. Ring the fucking dinner bell, you punk.